Could the rise of the New Age movement lead to the return of shamanism? By Dave Marsland of Cardiff Theosophical Society. The New Age movement, a spiritual and cultural phenomenon that emerged in the late 20th century, has garnered significant attention for its eclectic blend of beliefs, practices and philosophies. It encompasses a wide range of ideas, including holistic health, environmentalism and alternative spirituality. As this movement continues to gain traction, one intriguing question arises. Could the rise of the New Age movement lead to the return of shamanism? To explore this question, it is essential to examine the historical context of shamanism, the characteristics of the New Age movement, and the potential intersections between the two. Shamanism is one of the oldest spiritual practices known to humanity, with roots tracing back to prehistoric times. It is characterized by the belief in a spirit world and the ability of certain individuals, known as shamans, to communicate with these spirits. Shamans often serve as healers, guides and mediators between the physical and spiritual realms. They utilize various techniques including drumming, chanting and trance states to access altered states of consciousness and facilitate healing and guidance for their communities. This practice is not merely a set of rituals. It is a profound relationship with the unseen forces that shape human existence. Historically, shamanism has been practiced in various forms across different cultures, from the indigenous tribes of the Americas to the Siberian shamans of the Arctic. Each culture has its unique rituals, beliefs and practices, but common threads unite them, such as the emphasis on nature, community and the interconnectedness of all beings. The decline of shamanistic practices in many cultures can be attributed to colonization, the spread of organized religions and the marginalization of indigenous knowledge systems. This decline has not only affected the spiritual lives of these communities, but has also led to a loss of valuable ecological wisdom that shamans traditionally held. The New Age movement has its roots in the 1960s and 1970s, rising to prominence in the 1980s as a response to the perceived limitations of traditional religions and the materialism of modern society. It draws on a diverse array of spiritual traditions, including Eastern philosophies, indigenous practices and Western esotericism. Central to the New Age movement is the belief in personal transformation, spiritual awakening and the pursuit of holistic well-being. This movement promotes the idea that individuals can tap into their inner potential and connect with a higher consciousness, often through practices that encourage self-exploration and mindfulness. Key elements of the New Age movement include meditation, yoga, energy healing, and the exploration of alternative therapies. Additionally, the movement emphasizes the importance of environmental consciousness, social justice, and the interconnectedness of all life. The New Age philosophy often incorporates concepts such as reincarnation, karma, and the idea of a collective consciousness, which resonates with many individuals seeking deeper meaning in their lives. This quest for understanding often leads individuals to explore various spiritual practices, including those rooted in shamanism, as they seek to create a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. At first glance, shamanism and the New Age movement may appear to be distinct entities. However, upon closer examination, several commonalities emerge that suggest a potential for convergence. Both shamanism and the New Age movement emphasize the importance of personal experience and direct connection with the spiritual realm. In shamanism, this connection is facilitated through the shaman's practices, while in the New Age movement, individuals are encouraged to explore their spirituality through various modalities. This emphasis on personal experience fosters a sense of empowerment and encourages individuals to take an active role in their spiritual journeys. Another shared aspect is the focus on healing and transformation. Shamans often serve as healers within their communities, addressing physical, emotional and spiritual ailments. Similarly, the New Age movement promotes holistic healing approaches that consider the mind, body and spirit as interconnected. This alignment in healing practices creates a fertile ground for the resurgence of shamanistic elements within the New Age framework. As individuals seek to heal from trauma and disconnection, they may find solace in the ancient practices of shamanism, which offer a pathway to restoration and wholeness. Nature plays a pivotal role in both shamanism and the New Age movement. Shamans often draw upon the natural world for guidance, inspiration and healing. They may work with plants, animals and natural elements to facilitate their practices and connect with the spirit world. This deep reverence for nature is echoed in the New Age movement, which emphasizes environmental awareness and the importance of living in harmony with the earth. The recognition of nature as a source of wisdom and healing is a fundamental aspect of both traditions, highlighting the need for a sustainable relationship with the environment. The growing concern for environmental issues, such as climate change and biodiversity loss, has led many individuals to seek spiritual practices that honour and protect the natural world. As a result, the New Age movement has increasingly incorporated shamanistic practices such as nature-based rituals and ceremonies into its repertoire. This blending of traditions reflects a broader cultural shift towards recognising the sacredness of nature and the need for sustainable living. By integrating shamanistic elements, New Age practitioners can deepen their connection with the earth and cultivate a sense of responsibility for its well-being. The New Age movement has often drawn inspiration from indigenous cultures and their spiritual practices, including shamanism. This appropriation of indigenous knowledge has sparked debates about cultural sensitivity and the ethical implications of borrowing from these traditions. While some argue that the New Age movement has contributed to the revitalization of shamanistic practices, others contend that it risks commodifying and misrepresenting indigenous spirituality. This tension highlights the importance of understanding the historical and cultural context from which these practices emerge. It is essential to approach the relationship between the New Age movement and shamanism with respect and awareness of the historical context. Many indigenous communities have faced significant challenges in preserving their cultural heritage and spiritual practices due to colonization and globalization. As the New Age movement continues to evolve, it is crucial to engage with indigenous voices and perspectives to ensure that the revival of shamanism is rooted in authenticity and respect for its origins. This engagement can foster a more equitable exchange of knowledge and promote a deeper understanding of the spiritual practices that have sustained indigenous communities for generations. As the New Age movement gains popularity, there is a growing interest in shamanism and its practices. This resurgence can be attributed to several factors, including a desire for deeper spiritual experiences, a quest for healing, and a longing for connection with nature. Many individuals are seeking alternatives to conventional religious practices and are drawn to the experiential and transformative aspects of shamanism. This search for authenticity and meaning often leads individuals to explore the rich tapestry of shamanistic traditions, which offer profound insights into the human experience. Workshops, retreats and ceremonies that incorporate shamanistic elements have become increasingly popular within the New Age community. These experiences often include guided journeys, drumming circles, and rituals that aim to facilitate personal growth and healing. The blending of shamanism with New Age practices creates a dynamic space for individuals to explore their spirituality and connect with the wisdom of ancient traditions. This revival not only enriches the spiritual landscape, but also provides opportunities for individuals to engage in transformative experiences that foster a sense of community and belonging. Despite the potential for a shamanistic revival within the New Age movement, several challenges and critiques must be addressed. One significant concern is the risk of cultural appropriation, where elements of shamanism are adopted without a proper understanding of their cultural significance. This can lead to the commodification of indigenous practices and the dilution of their spiritual meaning. It is crucial for practitioners to approach these traditions with humility and a willingness to learn, rather than simply adopting practices for personal gain. Moreover, the commercialization of shamanism within the New Age movement raises ethical questions about the authenticity of practices and the motivations behind them. As shamanistic rituals and ceremonies become more mainstream, there is a danger that they may lose their depth and significance, reducing them to mere trends or fads. This commercialization can undermine the sacredness of these practices and detract from their original intent, which is to foster healing and connection with the spiritual realm. Looking ahead, the relationship between the New Age movement and shamanism will likely continue to evolve. As more individuals seek spiritual fulfillment outside traditional religious frameworks, the interest in shamanic practices may grow. However, it is crucial for practitioners and seekers to approach these traditions with respect, humility, and a commitment to understanding their cultural roots. This approach can help ensure that the revival of shamanism is not only meaningful, but also respectful of the traditions from which it originates. Collaboration between New Age practitioners and indigenous communities can foster a more authentic and respectful engagement with shamanism. By prioritizing dialogue and mutual learning, both groups can contribute to a deeper understanding of spirituality that honors the wisdom of the past while addressing contemporary needs. This collaboration can also serve as a platform for indigenous voices to be heard, allowing for a more equitable exchange of knowledge and practices that benefit both communities. In conclusion, the rise of the New Age movement has the potential to lead to a renewed interest in shamanism. The shared values of personal transformation, healing, and reverence for nature create a fertile ground for the revival of shamanistic practices. However, it is essential to navigate this relationship with care, acknowledging the historical context and cultural significance of shamanism. By fostering respectful engagement and collaboration, the New Age movement can contribute to the revitalization of shamanism in a way that honors its roots and promotes spiritual growth for all involved. Ultimately, this intersection of ancient wisdom and contemporary spirituality can pave the way for a more holistic understanding of the human experience, enriching the lives of those who seek to connect with the deeper aspects of existence.